Good morning. Happy Monday. It is bank holiday Monday today, so I wonder how many of you are out and about for the day, and how many is going to join us this morning for breakfast chat. It's breakfast time. Oh, I'm looking for stuff in this desk because it's John's desk. I've been going through drawers as I'm sat here and looking what I can mess about with while I'm sat doing this. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. Ooh. We've got some on thingy writing here, love. What is it? Automatic writing. Good morning, Antoinette. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, Dawn. How is everybody doing this morning? I've been a bit nosy. I'm just going through John's drawers. Well, what's in my side drawer anyway, because that's my side drawer. Looking. Found these cards though. Look at these. We got these. I'll not go through them all. But I look at these. Have you moved? No, we've not moved. We've just brought the office downstairs. I do love these though. These are from you get them with them mind, body, and spirit things, but they're right good. So I'm gonna have a look at doing something with them. So no, we've not moved yet, Antoinette. We've just moved the office downstairs. When daughter was here, John had office upstairs for easiest. But then happy Easter, my lovely Sophie. Be careful what you say. I know. And so we had because John, hey, my beautiful Carol, where have you been hiding? We've moved office downstairs because John spends a lot of time at computer and stuff. So we could be in the same room. He's moved everything downstairs, so that's the added bonus. Carol, we've missed you. I know as lives have been later and all mishmash at minutes, so I do apologise, Carol, but I've missed you. Oh, dear. Well, at least you've found us now. You've been decorating, have you? Do you want to come and decorate here? Do you want to come and stop here for a week and help decorate? So, yes. So, I hope everybody had a good day. I hope everybody's going to have a fantastic bank holiday Monday. It is a bit like barbecue weather outside, though, isn't it, really? I'd have a barbecue today, I think, but unfortunately, none of us can stand and cook on a barbecue. So, good morning, Shirley, my lovely lady. How are you this morning? I know Heather's already said she's going to miss this afternoon's live on members. Can't keep up with the late. I know. I might do a late chat tonight. I've not put a stream yet. I've not put a thing up for it because you've got me this morning, and then on members I have got. I'm on live members at 1:30. Paul's live tonight with a special guest, and she looks an amazing guest to have on. So Paul will be live round about 8:30. And then I don't know, I may go live later and do a Lindsay late night chit chat. I know Wednesday we have one with the ladies, but I might do one tonight, depending. I see how tired I am. Having a lazy day knitting a baby blanket. I might do a bit of crocheting later. I enjoy doing a crocheting. The morphine's knocking me out, bless you. I'm off to Kent shortly, 2 trains. And a DLR, hope it's not too busy. Oh, I hope it's not busy for you, Sophie, my lovely. I seem to come to live when you do live chats. Heather, I can be absolutely tired, and I think I'll just pop on for half an hour. Then it's like 2 hours later, and I'm like, what? What time is it? So I think it's Amelia. Oh, I can't think. Amelia Cotton, is it? Amelia Cotton? I think Paul's got on tonight. Good morning, Claire. The late chats, I know. It's shocking, isn't it, how late we stay up. Amelia Cotton, I think, is joining Paul tonight. An amazing lady with an amazing story. So please tune in. I may myself be in chat tonight, asking questions along with everybody else. Morning, Lisa. So it's going to be good. So for members this afternoon, this is what we're going to be focusing on. and it is A History of Magic, Witchcraft, and the Occult. All right, it is me reading, but the first chapter that we're going to do is Ancient Roots. We've got the introduction, then we've got the birth of the ritual, magic all around, a universal force, spells for the afterlife, miracles and forbidden magic, power of the magi, enlisting the gods, interpreting divine will, Greek magic and myth, state power, silence and superstition, shrouded in secrecy, healing plans, elixirs of life and death, ensuring cosmic harmony, ministry of magic, law of the pantheon, and the cosmic cycle. That's all in chapter 1. Obviously, I will not get through all that in one go, I don't think. You never know. But depends on how long chapters are, doesn't it, really? But that's chapter 1. Then we'll go on to chapter 2, which is curse or cure, scholars and sabbats, secrecy and ceremony, and then the last one is modern magic. So I'm going to read you first page out of it, but I'll read it on members because it's just a foreword. So it says, I've had a nutty bar this morning. It says, a little before Christmas in 1611, a young girl led her blind elderly grandmother to a mill owner's house to request payment for work recently done. Not wanting to pay up, the mill owner yelled at the woman, "Get out of my ground, whores and witches. I will burn the one of you and hang the other." The elder woman wanted revenge, and she knew how to get it. The speediest way, she said, to take a man's life by witchcraft is to make a picture of clay, like unto the shape of the person whom they mean to kill. Prick it with a thorn or pin to cause pain, and then burn the clay figure. And thereupon, by the means, the body shall die. The woman who believed herself and was believed by others to be a witch was Elizabeth Southerners, also known as Old Demdike. Also known as Old Demdike. She was 80 years old and one of 20 people arrested in the English Pendle witch trials of 1612. She died awaiting trial, but 10 accused with her were hanged for having bewitched others to death by devilish practices and hellish means, including Elizabeth's granddaughter, Alison. Fear of witches and harmful magic object as intermediaries, I don't know, for the working of magic and the use of magic by the powerless to gain agency are all reoccurring themes in this wonderful global study of magical beliefs and practices. Morning, Lewis. So, where did I get to then? We move through time and space from ancient, I hate these long words, Mesopotamia and Egypt, through Roman presancantrices, female seers. Oh, God. Zoroastrian magic, medieval Japanese alchemy, Scandinavian wand carriers through voodoo, or voodoo, which is voodoo, Ouija boards, Father Christmas, Wicca, and much else besides. Such all-encompassing survey teaches us that while the forms of magic, spell rituals and powers have varied, those tuning to magic have fundamentally had similar concerns. They have wanted power over that which was naturally beyond their control, and they have wanted to challenge the inexplicable and get a handle on the ambitious and uncomfortable. The Inuit people of Greenland, we learn, for example, came to believe in spirit powers who controlled the bitter, frozen wastelands in which they lived. Magic promised to help with the daily tasks that easily go wrong, control weather that destroys crops, and bring solace to the infertile or the sick. This means there has always been a role for those who believed they can meditate with spirit, ward off evil, and stand on the threshold between the seen world of humans and the unseen realm of the spirits. This is why magic has preoccupied people for centuries and continues to do so. I am especially struck by the vast number of ways in which humans have always tried to grapple with something over which we have zero control, that we live in linear time and do not know the future. It's not just tea leaves and palmistry, divination. It's divination by looking at the patterns of flame from a lamp observing the flight of birds. There's words for these, but I'm not even pronouncing them. And even my favourite, interpreting horses' neighs. Often these forms of divination, like most magic, have been forbidden, although the line between magic and miracle is a fine one, and where it falls largely depends on the beholder. Magic has often been considered transgressive, and although magic has frequently been incorporated into dominant regions, it has in turn subverted orthodoxies and challenged established power structures. Nowhere is this clearer than in beliefs about witchcraft. Those accused others of witchcraft were themselves seeking supernatural explanation for misfortune. The great European witch craze of the 16th and 17th century, in which nearly 50,000 people were executed, rested also on the idea that evil power came from the devil, and as women were thought to be weaker and more susceptible to diabolical temptation, that most witches were female, using their magical powers to manipulate man. Magic is a topic around which misinformation swirls, like mists around a witch's cauldron. This spellbinding book will dispel the fog, lift the enchantment, and vividly illuminate this perennial fascinating subject. So that's what we're going to be reading later on. So I do apologise, but my words and my writing's like bleeding shocking. After football today, we've got football on later on this afternoon, but it's on telly. Is it easy to learn to read tarot? Do you know, Sophie, for me, I think it all depends on you as a person and how much time. Everything's easy to learn as long as we all put the time and effort into learning. Morning, Susan, my lovely. I'll put it up on the screen, then everybody can see it. So it depends on how you're reading tarot. A lot of people, there's different ways on different people reading tarot. I've never read a tarot book because I don't know. I know a little bit of the stories between the major arcana and the just the normal lower arcana. I do know the story to it, but I prefer not to read the book because for me, reading the book, it's sort of like because it's like say I don't know, say you're reading Two of Swords, let's say, and Two of Swords, it says that if Two of Swords appears, then it means that there's going to be I don't know, what can we say for Two of Swords? Because I've not read the book. I don't know. Said that this person might be have a really good imagination. Basically, that's all it tells you, but it doesn't give you the how to read in depth the cards, if you know what I mean. That's where your imagination needs to come through. So let's say, let me pick a card. Right. So that's your tarot card. So this is how I do tarot. I look at this card and I look for signs and symbols that mean something to me. I also work with the spirits or the guides to come and help me find that information. Learning tarot is morning read to my lovely. Learning tarot can be it can be as easy as you want to be, or it can be as hard as you want it to be. It all depends. I would suggest going finding some workshops maybe to work with tarot, to work with people. Thank you, Rita. Just remember that when you're doing your workshops and you're doing the readings, the way you get shown is how the teacher is showings. But just because she shows you one way or he shows you one way, it doesn't mean that you can't sort of like change it to suit you slightly, because that's one thing I will say when you're working on that spiritual level. For me, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but for me, I learn from different people and I take little bits from each one, and then I sort of like build it into my own, because I don't want to be like so we've got Sue that she's sort of like our mentor at minute, but I don't want to be Sue. I want to be me. So some of what Sue tells us, you sort of like take on board, and it really helps. And then other things she can say, you'll like say to her afterwards, "Oh, Sue, I can't do it that way, but I've tried." And so say it's whatever fits you. It's whatever you feel comfortable with, and it's however your mind sort of like perceives it, if that makes sense. But there's loads of places where you can go to learn tarots. But for me, honestly, I would look for workshops at your local spiritual churches. That's the first place I would look for to learn tarots. They're going to be crossing of imagination with you, and someone else is cross swords, depending on how many swords. Look for Simon Goodfellow for Course on Tarots. But again, Dawn, for that one, for me, they're reading from the book. And I think personally, you've got tarots and you've got oracles. And I don't know where I fit in on oracle or tarot. I feel like I do a bit of both. But yeah, I mean, it all depends on what you feel comfortable in learning and how you feel comfortable. I am going to do in members. I know Yolanda's said, I've sat with Yolanda. Morning, Susan. I've sat with Yo-Yo, and I help Yo-Yo with cards. I don't teach her, I just guide her. And Yo-Yo really enjoyed the way that I read my cards and like help Yo-Yo read cards. And Yo-Yo's really found that were a good way. So what I might do is in members, for those that are interested in learning tarot, if you're in members and you're interested in maybe a workshop on learning how to read tarot cards, let me know, and I can look at doing a workshop on how to read tarots. I'm not sure how I'll do it. I can only show you to what I've been to where I learn it from and what I learned. But yeah, so if anybody's interested, we can have a look at doing that in members. That's not a problem. And I'll do in members. It'll be a different way. It'll be a workshop, so there'll be weekly workshops. But I will do it on the main page, but it'll just be one. I'll just do like one live about working with tarots, but from the more in depth it'll be on members. I have old German tarot cards hand down from 7 generations. No books, you read the cards. They're the best ones, I think, Dawn, for me. I prefer my picture cards. I've just ordered some. I've left my phone on City. I've just ordered some more tarots. Is there a difference between oracle and tarot? Do you know, I'm going to be honest, Susan, and I don't know, because I always thought I read tarot. But then you talk to somebody and they'll go, no, you read oracle. But then I'm like, okay. But for me, I don't know if there is a big difference, to be honest. I've never really looked into it. I presume there will be a slight difference in between the oracle and the tarots. But all I do know is between the oracle and the tarot cards, there is there's a few rules that you have to abide by when you're doing tarot or oracle cards. There's one rule that you have to abide, what you have to follow. And for me, thanks for the guidance, better go. Like, no worries, Sophie, my lovely. But for me, I forgot what I was saying. There's a difference. For me, I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference between them, but I'll probably get my head bitten off by a few that do. But the rules that you go by is you never give any health advice. Because again, if you give health advice, I'll say there's health issues, but I would never go no further to diagnose anybody through a tarot card. I'd never do relationship. And again, we've got different people that do different readings. But for me, these are my set rules. I will never discuss health on a diagnosis of health. I won't do relationships in the sense of will he come back to me? Will he love me? How do I get this person to love me? Blah, 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 and all that. Because to me, if it's a relationship and you're going to somebody to tarots to find out whether your other half is cheating, you're going to get a mixed, you're not going to get the truth anyway. And depending on I mean, any decent tarot card reader would turn around, morning Craig, any decent tarot card reader would say to you, I don't do relationships, because we have choices, don't we? We've got free will. So if say like Carol come up to me and said, right, these problems in relationship, blah de blah de blah, I would say to Carol, I'd turn cards and see if we could highlight maybe some of what's going off or the situation around at the minute. But if Carol said to me, my other half's left me, will he come back to me? I'm not going to turn around to Carol and say, oh yeah, he'll come back to you, because poor Carol could be sat there for years waiting for this person to come back for it, and they won't come back. If, for instance, somebody says, we get a lot of women and men going to tarot reads and saying, is my wife cheating on me? And the cards can turn around and say, yeah, they are. Or the reader can. And that can destroy a marriage. You know, that's not what a tarot reader or oracle reader or medium is supposed to do. We're not supposed to destroy lives. We're supposed to, I don't know, what we're supposed to sort of like... just guide. Do you know? I don't know, but it's just very weird for me. So there is certain rules that you have to stand by. You also have to be careful how you word things when you're a tarot reader or oracle reader or medium, whatever you're working on a spiritual level. If it's involved working with other people, morning Laura. If it's working with other people, you've got to be really careful what you say, because words are very strong, aren't they? And if people tend to believe, people's mindset can, when they're really wanting to, can believe what somebody's telling them. And especially when it comes from somebody who they seem to be I don't know, in connection with spirit or something like that. It's like it's what's said is written in stone and blah, and it's not. It's not. It's same as when we read tarot and there's choices coming up. We've got a free will on choice. So if I said to you, there's two choices coming up and you need to go down this path because that path's not right for you, then that's wrong in what I'd said. But if I saw two paths and I said there's two paths coming up, you've got a choice to make. One path may be slightly harder than the other, but you'll know that in yourself. I don't need to have to do that. Not doing readings this morning, sweets. We're just talking about tarot and oracles and stuff like that, Laura. I will be doing some. I'm going to do. Oh, did I say? I said I'd be on tonight, didn't I? Paul's on to what? No, Paul's on tomorrow. It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday tomorrow. Monday night. Tonight I'm doing tarots. I'm doing tarots tonight. It's all right. I'm getting mixed up. It's not Paul that's on tonight. Paul's on Tuesday, isn't it? It's Monday. Get it in your head, Lindsay. It's Monday. Tarot readings will be live tonight, or oracle readings, whichever one you want to call them, will be live tonight later on. So, yeah, no worries, Laura, my lovely. So yes, you've got to be really careful where you're going to. Yeah, it's a path that they choose to go down. Never give anything that tells anybody that no, you shouldn't never. But the card shouldn't show you anything that's going to hurt somebody either. And if you're seeing things that are going to hurt somebody in your cards, then you need to assess who you are as a person as well, because that's just not how the tarots or mediumship or anything works. I mean, in members, we have been looking at doing, I have been working more on a mediumship level. I'm not 100% confident to come out over on the main page and do it, just because I know that we've got some not nice people out there that would be just like, no, and just be nasty. So I'm not ready to come and do it over on our main page yet, but I am doing little bits in members. So it's to me, I'm a work in progress, let's say. But I think anybody who's on a journey on mediumship or wanting to connect with to spirits or to spirit guides, or just wanting to connect to the higher self, you'll never stop being on a journey. There will always be a learning curve to learn, and you'll find your ways, and you'll find your own rights and wrongs, because what I see is right and wrong, somebody else might not. So yeah, everybody's different. I think in this field, everybody's different, but you never stop learning. Nobody could turn around and say to you that even if you look at mediums such as like Colin Fry. You've got that Tony Stockwell. I'm trying to think of some bigger names. Even them, where they are in their careers, on the career side, yeah, they're making money out of doing what they're doing. But as long as they give back, then the spirits will always work with them. When you stop working back, then they'll stop working with you. Yeah, but even them, as qualified as they are, or what people think they are, they're still on a learning journey, and it's going to be a learning journey that takes them for the rest of their life. They're going to be on a learning journey. But yeah, so it's an interesting one. But yeah, so today then I'm going to have to reset, because I said that Paul were on earlier and he's not on. We all go through. We do, Susan. We do. And again, going through life learning, I mean, what an amazing journey we're on to go through life and continuously learn. At least we can learn from his mistakes. There is people out there that don't even do that, though, isn't there? There's people that don't even learn the mistakes, and they just keep redoing the mistakes. So you're lucky if you're one of these that learns by them and can move on and sort of like not repeat. Because again, that's a journey in itself, isn't it? Whether you look at it as a spiritual journey, as a religious journey, or you don't believe in any, and it's just your pathway that you're on. It's very interesting on how it all works. So I will be live on Members at 1:30 this afternoon, and then I will be live tonight around about, I don't know what time. If I want to do a late chit chat, I best not leave it too late to do Tara's Ada. I'll sort a time out for Tara's, and I will put a StreamYard link up for those that want to get a reminder put in place. I'll do that after I finish live. So it's all good. It's all good. Oh, this weather, I can't believe weather today in Chesterfield. They've got it's like an old-fashioned car and motorbike thing happening today. And we were going to have a pop over, but I don't think we will. We've got too much to do in the house with John not being well for a few days, that it was in a pot. And Yo-Yo come across and helped us what she could, but obviously there were certain things Yo-Yo couldn't help with. So we're having to sort of try and get that sorted now. So bless him, John's trying to sort it now. So hopefully he'll not hurt himself too much. So what were I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. But has anybody else got any questions that they want to that you want to ask, or any topics that you want to talk about in the future? We are going to look I find it interesting. I don't bite you a lot, but cryptoids in the UK, Ireland, like instead of going abroad across the waters, start looking close to home. I know in Mod Chat, Stephen Scotty were talking about, and I think Soldier were talking about it as well, black cat sightings that get seen all through UK. And looking to the history of that, we've got the Loch Ness monster that we can talk about. There's also been sightings, and I may be wrong, but in the hills of Scotland, we have got the sightings of Bigfoots. Then when you cross over and we go to Ireland, there's other things in Ireland. You've got what is it? What's the one now? The banshees come out in Ireland, and I don't know whether they come under cryptoids or what, but how would you go about starting to do tarot or angel cards? Best thing to do, Laura, is if you're interested, I'm going to be doing it on Members, but best thing to do is Find a pack of cards that's very picturesque. Don't go for the boring straight pack. And your boring straight packs are just like I forgot name of cards that they're not boring, but to me they're boring because they're not picturesque. So always find a picturesque card to go for. If you're going to read the book, then it doesn't matter which tarot set you go for. But if you're going to be learning away from reading the book and just going with your gut instinct, then the more picturesque card, the better you will find. But I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't pay a lot of money for a pack of cards, but I would get a pack of cards, and I would just I'd start looking at them and concentrating, going through them maybe daily and looking at the pictures and just writing down what you see or what you feel from that card, the energy that you feel from it. Do you feel a happy energy? Do you feel a sad energy? Do you feel a mixed emotion? And write it down and write the name of the card, and then go through the pack and then restart going through the pack and look for something else. So you're linking into your to the emotional side, and then you'll just gradually do it. With a glass of water, it's like using a crystal ball. To be honest, I'm happy with what I do, Dawn. I'm not interested at minute. Maybe in future lives. I like working with the ribbons. I think working with I've just got to get a set of ribbons, but I do like the ribbons. Glass ball and stuff. I've not crossed that bridge yet. I'm not into. I've not gone down that path. And when I did the crystal ball, when I started going at churches and we started doing the workshops, the crystal balls, to be honest, I weren't bothered over the crystal balls. So maybe in time that's something that I'll look into doing, but not at the moment. But yeah. Oh dear, Dawn. So yeah, so it's like I say, it's just all it's all in how you want to go about. But my best tip would be to get a cheap pack of cards. There's loads on eBay that you can get. If you just put tarot cards in and just look for ones that call to you. But the more picturesque for me would be better. But see which ones you're drawn to, Laura, and message me if you want, sweets. Message me, and we can have a chat about it on Messenger if it makes you if that's better for you, my lovely. So yeah, so there's all different ways, isn't there, really, of working. But so what's everybody's plans for today? Who's going out? Who's stopping in? Who's got family coming over? Who's cooking a dinner today? Or who's just eating breakfast cereal? That's what I did for tea yesterday. I had breakfast cereal for my tea. I'd eaten a packet of biscuits and crackers, and I'd had carrot sticks and cottage cheese. And then I just said to John, I can't be bothered. And I just got a really good taste for this. I bought this new cereal, this crunchy cereal, and it's got extra nuts in. So I had some of that for my tea last night. It was quite okay. I like the nutty cereals that we can buy. So yeah, so that's what I had yesterday. So I don't know what we're going to do for his tea tonight. We've got stuff in, but it depends what I scran at dinner time. If I scran food at dinner time, then it puts me off eating at tea time. Staying in as my back is bad. Laura ran out painkillers 2 days ago, and doctors aren't open until tomorrow. If you can get them over the counter, or you can get in touch with an emergency doctor. If you ring emergency doctors, there is chemists that are open 24 hours, Laura, and they're everywhere. And if you can get in touch with them, an emergency doctor, they will fax the prescription to a chemist that's open near you, and they will then you'll then just have to go and collect it from that chemist. I mean, near us, the chemist can be anything from 20 minutes to 40 minutes run away. It depends on which chemist's open in around Sheffield when we do it, Laura. So have a look where you are, and I would phone our Towers doctors and just explain that you didn't realise you've run out your painkillers. Could they send a prescription over to a chemist that's open 24 hours, because there will be one open, And see if you can get somebody to pop out and get them for you, Laura. There's nothing worse than being without painkillers, especially when you're in pain, my lovely. So I think what I might do is I might get dressed. I've got my top off dress look. I've got my t-shirt and my cardigan on, but my bottom off. It's just my bottoms. So I think what I might do, I might shove some trousers on. Or do I go out? I could go out in my pajama bottoms. I'm not bothered, and I might take dog a walk round the estate on the scooters. Because John can use Big Red today. So we might take Fifi out for a little wander in a bit. I might go back down to Woods and take a couple of photos. I find it very peaceful in Woods near our house. I am going to go down and do an investigation there as well. I just need to get Claire, a sort of night with Claire to pop over, and we'll go down and we'll do one wooded area near us. It's not a big wood, it's only a small wood, but it'll be interesting to see, because there's a bench that we can sit on, so we should be fine down there. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get that in place and cooking on gas. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to, like I say, I'll be on 1:30 members, and we will be looking at doing the history of magic, witchcraft, and the occult. And then we will be live tonight, and I will post a time, and I will be doing tarot readings. So yeah, be free readings tonight for those that want to join. I may even chuck a couple of other ones in. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. Depends on my confidence level, if I'm confident enough to bring one of them forward. But I'm just going to send loads of healing out to everybody. Have a fantastic, beautiful day. And for those of you that are off work today due to it being bank holiday, enjoy your day. We shall see you all later. Mwah. Much love to you all. Take care, guys, and see you soon. Bye.